Hello and welcome to Elkan's Word for Today, the audio devotional. God bless you as you listen.
Hey everyone, welcome back. We've been going through Greg Elkan's devotional, and something that really caught my eye was this whole concept of a mixed multitude.
Yeah.
It sounds kind of, I don't know, maybe a bit old-fashioned, but the more you think about it,
Right.
the more relevant it feels even now. So in this deep dive, we're going to really unpack this idea.
Absolutely.
And I think a good place to start is, well, where it all begins in the Bible.
Yeah, for sure. The devotional takes us right to Exodus chapter 12, verse 38, I believe. When the Israelites, they made that dramatic escape from Egypt,
Right.
They weren't alone. The scripture tells us a mixed multitude with them. And this wasn't just like a small group tagging along. This was substantial. And for centuries, people have been trying to figure out, well, who were these people?
Yeah, and Elkan, he lays out some really interesting possibilities, right? I mean, were they like mercenaries
Right.
who had gotten kind of integrated into the Israelite community? Or maybe just like a hodgepodge of folks
Yeah.
from different nations who just happened to be in Egypt during all the chaos.
Mm-hmm.
He even throws out the idea that they could have been part of some ancient nomadic group,
Right.
or even Egyptians themselves.
Wow.
Who were just desperate to escape the plagues. It's a pretty wild picture when you think about it.
It is. And what's fascinating is, while the Bible doesn't give us like a definitive answer on their exact background,
Right.
it's crystal clear on two really crucial things.
Okay.
This group, they were distinct from the Israelites,
Okay.
and they did not share the Israelites' faith in God
Mm-hmm.
or their understanding of his covenant. And these two distinctions, they really carry a lot of weight, as we're going to see.
Yeah, and that weight, according to the devotional, it had a pretty negative pull.
Mm-hmm.
Elkan, he points out how this mixed multitude actually had what he calls a lethally negative influence on the Israelites.
Yeah.
And we see this play out like really dramatically in Numbers chapter 11, verse 4, where it's this group that's actually pinpointed
Yeah.
as the source of the Israelites complaining.
Wow.
And their longing, like this intense longing to go back to Egypt,
Right.
the place where they were enslaved, all because they missed the food.
It's kind of boggling, isn't it?
It really is.
Like, you got to stop and think, why is this detail, right, this seemingly small detail about food cravings, why is it even retorted?
Yeah,
But when you really think about it, it speaks volumes
it does.
about differing priorities, right? The Israelites, they had just witnessed, like, incredible miracles,
Right,
direct to vision from God.
right.
Yet, the desires of this other group, they sowed discontent. And it's like, Romans 15.4 tells us these stories from history, they're there to teach us.
For sure. And Elkan doesn't just leave it in the past.
Yep.
I mean, he makes a really strong case that this whole idea of a mixed multitude, it's not just some historical footnote.
Right.
He points to its presence in what's called the church in the wilderness in Acts 7.38,
Mm-hmm.
which was essentially, the Israelites after the Exodus.
Yeah.
And even in the early church, as we see in Acts 5.113,
Mm-hmm.
it really makes you think about like the dynamics within our own faith communities today, right?
Oh, absolutely. And he uses this really powerful image in the devotional. He likens these mixed multitudes to these unseen planets orbiting stars.
Interesting.
Their influence, it might not always be like obvious or in your face, but they can really exert this like tugging impact on where a church is going.
Yeah.
Somebody shaping, its theology, its focus, even how it's perceived by the outside world. What's so intriguing is how this internal dynamic can sometimes be more influential than anything coming from outside.
Absolutely. And this is a good place to stop for now. We will conclude this deep dive next week.
Sounds good.
And for you, our listener, as you go about your week, consider this. Think about those unseen influences, the subtle ones, in any group or community you are part of. And ask yourself, how can you really discern different motivations and priorities, not with judgment, but with this, awareness of how they all play into the direction and impact of the group as a whole?
Definitely something to ponder.
Absolutely. Now make sure you join us next week.
Yes, part 2.
We're going to finish up our deep dive into this whole concept of mixed multitudes then.
Looking forward to it.
Until then, keep thinking critically about the world around you.
Think deeply.
You got it.
This was an audio recording of Elkan's Word for Today, the WhatsApp devotional by Greg Elkan. For more information and other edifying resources, visit us at www.gregelkan.com. That's GREGELKAN.com. You can send your comments or questions by WhatsApp to 234-813-664-2912. God bless you.